In today's world, we often hear that talent and intelligence are the keys to success. However, Angela Duckworth's book Grit, The Power of Passion and Perseverance challenges this belief and argues that grit, a combination of passion and perseverance, is what truly sets successful individuals apart. Drawing on years of research and personal experience, Duckworth explores the concept of grit and how it can be developed and applied in various aspects of life. Through inspiring examples and practical advice, Grit offers a new perspective on what it takes to achieve long-term success and fulfillment. If you're looking to unlock your full potential and achieve your goals, Grit, The Power of Passion and Perseverance is a must-read. Get your own copy today at the link in the description below. So, let's dive in and discover the power of grit together. Chapter 1, Showing Up. She points out that many people give up too soon, often because they don't see immediate results or because they find the process too difficult. However, Duckworth argues that success is not about talent or intelligence alone, but also about persistence and determination. To illustrate this point, Duckworth shares a story about her time as a math teacher in a public school. She noticed that some of her students who struggled with math were actually quite talented, but lacked the persistence to work through difficult problems. On the other hand, some of her less talented students who showed up every day and put in the effort were able to excel in math. Duckworth also discusses the concept of deliberate practice, which involves consistently pushing yourself to improve in a specific area. She notes that deliberate practice is not always enjoyable or easy, but it is essential for achieving mastery. Overall, the first chapter of the book serves as a call to action for readers to commit to showing up and putting in consistent effort towards their goals. Duckworth emphasizes that grit is not something you are born with, but rather something that can be developed with time and practice. Chapter 2, Distracted by Talent. Duckworth notes that many people believe that talent alone is enough to guarantee success, and that hard work and perseverance are not necessary. However, she argues that this mindset is flawed and can lead to a lack of grit. To illustrate this point, Duckworth shares the story of a young musician who had been identified as a prodigy at a young age. The musician had always relied on his natural talent to succeed, but as he grew older, he found that he was unable to keep up with other musicians who had worked hard to hone their skills. The musician eventually gave up on music altogether, feeling that he had been misled about the importance of talent. Duckworth also discusses the concept of a fixed mindset, which is the belief that our abilities and talents are fixed and cannot be changed. She notes that people with a fixed mindset are more likely to give up when faced with challenges, as they believe that their abilities are limited. On the other hand, people with a growth mindset believe that their abilities can be developed through hard work and perseverance. Overall, the second chapter of the book highlights the dangers of relying too heavily on talent and the importance of cultivating a growth mindset in order to develop grit. Duckworth encourages readers to focus on effort and persistence, rather than innate talent, in order to achieve their goals. Chapter 3, Effort Counts Twice. Duckworth argues that talent is important, but effort is what truly separates successful people from those who fall short. She uses examples from various fields, including sports and music, to illustrate how effort can turn talent into mastery. Duckworth also discusses the importance of deliberate practice, which involves pushing beyond one's comfort zone and constantly challenging oneself to improve. She notes that deliberate practice is often uncomfortable and requires sustained effort over a long period of time, but it is essential for developing grit and achieving mastery. Furthermore, Duckworth emphasizes the role of mindset in determining how much effort we are willing to put in. People with a growth mindset are more likely to embrace challenges and persist through difficult times, while people with a fixed mindset may give up more easily. Overall, the third chapter of the book highlights the importance of effort in achieving success and developing grit. Duckworth encourages readers to focus on deliberate practice and to cultivate a growth mindset in order to maximize their potential. Chapter 4, How Gritty Are You? Duckworth begins the chapter by discussing the difficulty of measuring grit, noting that it is a complex and multidimensional concept. However, she also argues that it is important to have some way of assessing grit in order to understand its role in success. To that end, Duckworth introduces the grit scale, a self-assessment tool that measures an individual's level of grittiness. The scale consists of two parts. The first measures consistency of interest, i.e., how often a person sticks with a particular activity or goal over time, while the second measures perseverance of effort, i.e., how often a person persists in the face of challenges or setbacks. Duckworth acknowledges that the grit scale is not a perfect measure of grit, as it relies on self-report and may not capture all aspects of the concept. However, she also notes that the scale has been shown to be a useful tool for predicting success in various domains, including academic achievement and military training. The chapter also includes anecdotes and examples of individuals who have demonstrated high levels of grit, including Olympic athletes and successful entrepreneurs. These stories serve to illustrate the importance of grit in achieving long-term success. Overall, the fourth chapter of the book provides readers with a way to assess their own level of grit and emphasizes the importance of measuring grit in order to understand its impact on success. Chapter 5, Grit Grows. Duckworth begins the chapter by emphasizing that grit is not something that people are born with, but rather something that can be developed through effort and persistence. She notes that while some people may have a natural inclination towards grit, it is ultimately a learned behavior. Duckworth goes on to discuss the concept of growth mindset, which involves the belief that abilities and skills can be developed through effort and practice. She notes that individuals with a growth mindset are more likely to embrace challenges and persist through difficult times, which can lead to the development of grit. The chapter includes examples of individuals who have developed grit through deliberate practice and hard work, including a young basketball player who practiced for hours every day in order to improve his skills, and a scientist who persisted through years of failure in order to achieve a breakthrough discovery. Duckworth also discusses the importance of having a support system in place in order to develop grit. She notes that having mentors, coaches, or peers who encourage and challenge us can help us to develop resilience and perseverance. Overall, the fifth chapter of the book emphasizes the importance of effort, persistence, and growth mindset in developing grit. Duckworth encourages readers to focus on deliberate practice and to seek out supportive relationships in order to cultivate grit over time. Chapter 6, Growing Grit from the Inside Out. Duckworth begins the chapter by discussing the role of mindset in developing grit. She notes that individuals with a growth mindset are more likely to embrace challenges and persist through difficult times, as they believe that their abilities can be developed through effort and practice. In contrast, individuals with a fixed mindset may give up more easily, as they believe that their abilities are predetermined and cannot be changed. Duckworth also discusses the power of self-talk in developing grit. She notes that the way we talk to ourselves can have a significant impact on our ability to persevere through challenges. Positive self-talk, such as telling oneself "I can do this" or "I am capable of overcoming this obstacle," can help to build confidence and resilience. The chapter also includes a discussion of the importance of purpose in developing grit. Duckworth notes that having a clear sense of purpose can help individuals to stay motivated and focused, even in the face of setbacks or obstacles. Finally, Duckworth emphasizes the role of passion in developing grit. She notes that individuals who are passionate about their goals or pursuits are more likely to persist through challenges and setbacks, as their passion provides a sense of intrinsic motivation. Overall, the sixth chapter of the book highlights the importance of mindset, self-talk, purpose, and passion in developing grit. Duckworth encourages readers to cultivate a growth mindset and to use positive self-talk to build resilience and confidence. She also emphasizes the importance of finding a sense of purpose and cultivating passion in order to stay motivated and focused on long-term goals. Chapter 7, Growing Grit from the Outside In. In this chapter, Duckworth emphasizes the importance of external factors in developing grit. She notes that while grit is ultimately a personal trait, external factors such as supportive environments, mentors, and feedback can play a significant role in cultivating and sustaining grit. Duckworth discusses the importance of having supportive relationships in order to develop grit. She notes that having mentors, coaches, or peers who provide encouragement and guidance can help individuals to persist through challenges and setbacks. Additionally, she highlights the importance of having a sense of belonging and connection to a community, as this can provide a sense of purpose and motivation. The chapter also includes a discussion of the role of feedback in developing grit. Duckworth notes that feedback can be a powerful motivator, as it can help individuals to identify areas for improvement and track their progress over time. However, she also notes that feedback must be delivered in a supportive and constructive manner in order to be effective. Finally, Duckworth discusses the importance of creating a supportive environment in order to develop grit. She notes that individuals who are surrounded by supportive and encouraging people are more likely to persist through challenges and setbacks. Additionally, she emphasizes the importance of creating a structured and predictable environment in order to build habits and routines that support grit. Overall, the 7th chapter of the book highlights the importance of external factors such as supportive relationships, feedback, and environments in developing grit. Duckworth encourages readers to seek out mentors and supportive communities, to use feedback to track progress and identify areas for improvement, and to create a structured environment that supports the development of grit. Chapter 8, Parenting for Grit. In this chapter, Duckworth focuses on the role of parents in fostering grit in their children. She notes that while grit is ultimately a personal trait, parents can play a significant role in cultivating and supporting grit in their children. Duckworth emphasizes the importance of allowing children to struggle and fail. She notes that while parents may be tempted to protect their children from failure and disappointment, this can actually hinder the development of grit. Instead, she encourages parents to allow their children to experience setbacks and challenges, and to help them develop resilience through these experiences. The chapter also includes a discussion of the importance of setting high expectations for children. Duckworth notes that children are often capable of achieving more than they believe they can, and that setting high expectations can help them to develop a growth mindset and a sense of purpose. Duckworth also provides practical advice for parents on how to foster grit in their children, including encouraging them to pursue their passions, providing opportunities for them to practice deliberate practice and develop skills, and modeling grit in their own lives. Finally, Duckworth discusses the importance of cultivating a warm and supportive relationship with children in order to foster grit. She notes that children who feel loved and supported are more likely to persist through challenges and setbacks. Overall, the 8th chapter of the book provides practical advice for parents on how to foster grit in their children. Duckworth emphasizes the importance of allowing children to struggle and fail, setting high expectations, providing opportunities for deliberate practice, modeling grit, and cultivating a warm and supportive relationship. Chapter 9, A Culture of Grit. In this chapter, Duckworth explores how organizations and communities can create a culture of grit. She notes that while grit is ultimately a personal trait, the environment in which individuals operate can play a significant role in cultivating and sustaining grit. Duckworth provides examples of companies and schools that have successfully fostered grit in their employees and students. She notes that these organizations have created a culture where effort and persistence are valued, and where individuals are encouraged to pursue their passions and take on challenges. The chapter also includes a discussion of the importance of leadership in creating a culture of grit. Duckworth notes that leaders who model grit and prioritize effort and persistence can inspire others to do the same. Additionally, she emphasizes the importance of providing support and resources for individuals to develop their skills and pursue their goals. Duckworth also discusses the role of community in fostering grit. She notes that individuals who are surrounded by a community that values effort and persistence are more likely to develop grit. Additionally, she highlights the importance of creating opportunities for individuals to give back to their communities, as this can provide a sense of purpose and motivation. Finally, Duckworth emphasizes the importance of creating a culture where failure is seen as an opportunity for growth and learning. She notes that individuals who are not afraid to fail are more likely to take risks and pursue ambitious goals. Overall, the 9th chapter of the book highlights the importance of creating a culture of grit in organizations and communities. Duckworth encourages leaders to model grit, prioritize effort and persistence, and provide support and resources for individuals to pursue their goals. She also emphasizes the importance of creating a community that values effort and persistence and sees failure as an opportunity for growth and learning. Chapter 10, Conclusion. In the final chapter of the book, Duckworth summarizes the key takeaways and provides practical advice for adults on how to develop grit and achieve their goals. Duckworth emphasizes the importance of effort and persistence in achieving long-term success. She notes that while talent and intelligence are important, grit is what ultimately separates successful individuals from those who fall short. She also emphasizes the importance of mindset in developing grit. Individuals with a growth mindset are more likely to embrace challenges and persist through difficult times, while individuals with a fixed mindset may give up more easily. Duckworth provides practical advice for adults on how to develop grit, including setting specific goals, pursuing passions, practicing deliberate practice, seeking out mentors and supportive communities, and embracing failure as an opportunity for growth and learning. Finally, Duckworth notes that developing grit is not a one-time achievement, but rather an ongoing process. She encourages readers to continue to practice deliberate practice and persistence, and to cultivate a growth mindset in order to achieve long-term success. Overall, the final chapter of the book serves as a call to action for adults to develop grit and achieve their goals. Duckworth provides practical advice and emphasizes the importance of effort, persistence, and mindset in achieving long-term success. In conclusion, Grit, The Power of Passion and Perseverance by Angela Duckworth is a must-read for anyone looking to achieve their goals and reach their full potential. Through inspiring stories and thorough research, Duckworth shows us that talent and intelligence are not the only factors that determine success. It is our grit, our determination, and resilience in the face of challenges that ultimately sets us apart. So, if you're ready to develop your grit and take your life to the next level, be sure to grab a copy of Grit at the link in the description below. Don't wait, start your journey to success today.